Hello everyone, it's me. Welcome to the show. And tonight, we have with us the Kaladi of Bollywood, the one and only Akshay Kumar. Sir, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for having me. I'm very kicked about being here. Me too. I know we kickstart every episode with this question, but it's important for people to know who their favorite stars are. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, where did you grow up? What kind of a childhood did you have? How were your parents? I grew up in a middle-class family My father was an officer in the Punjab police, and my mother was a housewife. And I have two sisters, so I have been the eldest son, and I think that's what has made me responsible. I had to be responsible. Yes. That comes to me naturally because I have a younger brother and two younger sisters, and I am the eldest. So there was no option of not being responsible. So tell us, sir, if you can remember, what was the first thing that you ever earned? Like, what was your first salary job or your first paid work? I think the first money I earned was when I was 9 years old. My father was posted in Delhi, and we had gone to live with him for some time. And one day I saw this hoarding of Amitabh Bachchan for a shampoo. And I went to my dad and I said, "Dad, I want to become an actor." And he said, "Why don't you start off by becoming a model?" He took me to a modeling agency and I got selected. And I did posters for companies like Clinic Plus, Gaudy Detergent, Lirol Soap, all these things. And I think I must have been the only child, even till today, I think, who has done more ads than a superstar. That was the beginning of my earning. I would get 200 rupees per day, and I remember saving up 2,000 rupees and buying a beautiful shirt with it. How did you spend your earnings back then? You said you saved up and bought a shirt. Do you remember the first thing you ever bought with your earnings? Of course, I bought a shirt. Yeah, a shirt, which was costing around 2,000 rupees. For me, that was a lot of money, and I used to wear that shirt only on Sundays. And I used to feel like I was the most handsome man walking on the road. I mean, that's the power of just looking nice. You know, just looking good. It changes your personality. And I remember wearing that shirt to school, and all my friends were jealous. So that was my first purchase. And from there on, I started getting more work. I did some TV commercials, and I became a video jockey for MTV. So all that money that I earned, I gave it to my mom. My mom was a homemaker, so I never really gave her money to spend on herself. So I used to give her whatever I earned. She was very particular about it. And I think that was the right thing to do. I mean, you should always respect your mother. I mean, she has carried you for 9 months, given you birth, brought you up. You owe everything to her. So you should respect her and give her as much as you can. I mean, I don't think money is anything. I think love is the most important thing. And I think parents need love. Of course, they need money to survive, but they don't need money to be happy. They need love. And if you can give them that, that's the best gift. You were saying about your mother. Your mother must be very proud of you today. Of course, I hope so. I think all mothers are biased towards their sons. So I guess she must be very proud. But then again, I think she probably liked the son that I was before I became an actor, because I used to be very naughty as a child. In fact, there was a time when my father said, if he becomes an actor, I will disown him. He wanted me to become a defense officer, because he himself was an army officer. But eventually he came around. And I think all parents are like that. They want the best for their children, whether it's studies, whether it's marriage, whether it's anything. They just want their children to be happy. We often see you on screen with your son, your real-life son. Yes. How has parenthood been for you? How is it different from being a son to being a father? I think it's very strange. I mean, when you become a father, you relive the same emotions that you had when you were a child. All those emotions come back? I mean, I remember holding my son for the first time and feeling the same emotions that my father must have felt when he held me for the first time, and it's a beautiful feeling, you know, because suddenly you realize that there is another life force, another soul which is dependent on you. And that's the most amazing thing. There's nothing like being a parent. You know, your wife is your co-star in a lot of your films. How does it feel? It's great, you know, because when you reach home after shooting, you still have your co-star with you. And there's no awkwardness, you know, like you're meeting your co-star after pack-up. So that's great. I think it's fun working with her. We both enjoy it. There's no ego clashes. There's no tantrums. So it's great. And I think God has been kind that way because she is not only my co-star, she's my producer, she's my friend. She's my partner. She's everything. And I think that's the best thing that can happen to any man. You know, to have a partner who is not only beautiful, she's also a great human being. What are the qualities that you look for in a life partner? I think the most important thing is that she should be simple. She should be grounded. I mean, that's the most important thing, especially for a woman. You know, that she doesn't let stardom get to her head. And Twinkle has that in abundance. So that's the most important thing. And the second most important thing is she should be loving, caring, sharing. And again, she has that in abundance. Who do you think is your real-life Kaladi? Like among your contemporaries, who do you think is your real-life Kaladi? Oh, Gosh, that's a tough one. I mean, I think they are all strong in their own way. But I think if I have to choose, I think it has to be Sure. Because, I mean, I don't know how he does it. You know? I mean, he's such a superstar, but he's so humble. And I think that's the biggest quality of his. I mean, if you meet him, you won't believe that you're talking to a superstar. He's so down to earth. And I think that's the biggest quality of his. I think he's the biggest superstar of our country. I mean, even I get starstruck when I meet him. So yeah, I think he's the king of Bollywood. What message would you like to give to your fans watching you tonight? I think the best thing that I've learned in my career is that if you work hard, if you aim for the skies, if you have a dream, just go for it. Don't let anybody pull you down. And I think that's the message that I want to give to all my fans. I mean, don't listen to negative people. Don't listen to people who say bad about you. Just go out there and aim for the skies. And I think if you work hard, you will get there. Sir, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. Thank you so much. It's been lovely speaking with you. Thank you. I enjoyed it too. Thank you.